Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. To throw is Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And he's taken down inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Julian Blackmon bringing him down. Now a 2nd and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Hurts sets up to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The Eagles at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at this Eagle defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Pass taken in by... And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Prescott. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 45 yards now on the ground, just 7 carries. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Throwing, Prescott. 20! Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Got a man. It's Brown. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
And this one complete to Smith. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, try to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
DeMarvion Overshown
Coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Throwing is Hurts.
Man open left side is Brown.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Now 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Now a 2nd and 6.
And again, it's Prescott. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for 9.
3rd and 2.
Prescott.
That is caught, and he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Here's Prescott. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, 2nd down. Prescott now.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw again.
That one too wide and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Yeah, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts. He finds him again. Saquon Barkley.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jaden Daniels leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting LA Rams. Brandon Ayuk, big numbers, 4 touchdown catches. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake, or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts over the middle to Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
To throw again on second down. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
that's good for another Eagle.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Hurts sets up to throw it. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarvion Overshown able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. They don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now a toss left side for Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Cowboy first down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
2nd down and 3.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Dallas.
Here's Prescott. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Brown goes in motion left. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Good for an Eagles.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hurts. He finds Saquon Barkley on the slant. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's got this down to the 35.
That's good for another Eagles.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Throwing is Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Got him in. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
DeMarvion Overshown
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hurts.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
This short throw caught by Goddard and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
That'll be caught by Shipley.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
Holding offense.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's back to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
On the option left, it's Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Wildcat plays that were bouncing around the league circa 2008 or so. The idea here, just snap it right to the guy you want to run with it. In theory, you're getting yourself an extra blocker. And here, that Wildcat runner is your quarterback. And he takes it into the end zone.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboys offense and CeeDee Lamb ready to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through.